Hello everyone and welcome to my hobby home. My name is Cathy. I am starting my bed quilt today. I am doing the Craftsman. I already have all of my fabrics cut out. Let me show you right here. This is how, once I cut my fabrics out, this is how I store it. Because then I know this is ready to go. I'm ready to sew it. I do not have my backing yet for this, but that is okay because I have a local quilt shop. I can go get fabric there. I have a lot of wide backs that I have purchased that I have over here on my fabric shelf. I may be able to use that. Some of it I can, some of it I can't. But it really doesn't matter. I have access to go get fabric. So... or I could do like my grandmother. I can use a sheet. But I have all of my fabric done here. I want to get started on this. I am allotting myself an hour. So let's get to this. And this will be a project that's going to be a work in progress. So I will have a whip on my table at least once a week. So you guys stay with me. I'm going to bring you down to the machine and we're going to start sewing. The first step that we are going to do is we have our small pieces here. And what we will do with these small pieces is we will join them with a strip of this fabric. So I need to pick 3 pieces. And I don't want them to be all dark, so we'll start with that one because I do want a dark. And then let's pick a light color. And this is going to be very random. And then that's still a dark color. I don't want to. Okay. This is, see, I have to look and see what my volume is for everything. You know, how much light to dark to, that would be a pretty one to put in there. Oh, it's the same pattern. So let's, instead of that one, let's go this one. So this is what the next hour is going to entail, is me trying to figure out what fabric to use. So what I'm going to do is just get started. My instructions just show me doing all of this at 1/4 of an inch. And I will show you, I have more fat quarters than what the throw showed. It shows 15 fat quarters. I had more than that, so I just cut all my fat quarters into this. So if I can make it larger, now that is, the throw is a 77 by 90. I do want to put a binding on it and make it for a bed, a queen. Well, it's not even a queen size. It's going to be a full-size bed. So that will probably fit on a full-size bed. So what I'm going to do is just start getting my, I don't know what they call this, sashing or not. I guess I need to look and make sure all of my pieces are actually the size they need to be. Because that, is the size it's supposed to be. So I'm guessing this is a little bit bigger. It is, it's bigger. So what I'll have to do is take these, I think that's why I had those held out, is those blue ones are going to require some cutting down. I think they're about 1/2 inch too big. So I will probably have to cut down all of, I had some that when I cut them out, I wasn't really at a good place to cut them out. So I really couldn't focus on what I was doing. And it was an odd, I had an odd, yeah, this is the first stitch I've made since I cut my machine back on today. So I am going to take this next piece, make sure that it's the right size. Some of them I cut here at the house and I know they are the correct size. But even cutting here at the house, I see I had a little bit extra there. I'm not going to get a lot done if I have to do this to every single piece. That's going to be something else. But if I do, I do, and that's okay, because this is a project that can take, well, first off, I don't have the bed up in that room yet, because that room is still a storage room. And I will need to get everything out of that room before I can put the bed up. But that's on the agenda for this year. When I can slow down. Currently I am doing videos every day. I am going to have to slow down probably pretty soon. That's why I have allotted myself an hour tonight to sew, because I really wanted to sew. I've been sewing a lot today. But I needed to get some content out for you guys for when I am gone on my trip. And I will actually press all of these. I'll press this first one after I've got it complete, just so you can see what it looks like. But then I'll press the others at the end of getting them all sewed. Now, I'm going to read the instructions to see how it says to press everything. Okay, it says press seams toward sashing. So everything will press in to the white piece. Okay, and so you can see what this is going to look like. We're going to have the 3 pieces with the sashing in the middle. So I am going to just start randomly picking colors, and we will just get to sewing. I'm going to just grab one from the bottom, grab one I don't necessarily like to have all of the dark ones on the outside, so I will try to do these random, and that way I guess I do need to make sure they're the correct size. And y'all can just sit back and enjoy the music, because I am going to speed you through here. Because like I said, I'm only going to have an hour this evening of sewing, which means you will probably get about a 20-minute video. Because that's about what I get out of every hour once I edit out the dead air and the having to get up and do something different, you know, because I have to get up periodically and do things. Like if my laundry goes off or something, I may hop up and go move that over to the dryer or something. But that is what I edit out. And I edit out when I'm sitting and reading the instructions. Because if y'all wanted to sit and read the instructions, y'all would have the pattern right there. And I just want you to be able to watch this and enjoy some quiet time and sew time. In order to make this go a little faster, I am going to just start stitching all of these with sashings. And every third one I will set aside to not have sashing on it. You will see I have a lot of these remaining pieces left. That is because I cut my sashing based off of the throw. What I will do is put together, while I'm talking to you, I'm going to start separating these pieces here. But what I will do is, oh, I'm sorry there. Once I have all of this apart and I have it figured out how I am going to lay out my pieces, because we only need 2 of these with the sashing on it per block, to say. Once I figure out how many more I need, I can then cut more sashing, but I have to get these done first. And like I said, this only goes to a throw. I can enlarge this. That is why I don't have my backing yet, is because I don't know how much I'm going to need until I get all of my squares done. Now, I may not need all of these pieces either, because, you know, it is based off of, you know, I had all the fat quarters and I cut them per the instructions on how to cut each piece. But I did have a couple pieces that I cut wrong. I mean, just lack of a better excuse, I just cut it wrong. And like I said though before, I was in a bad location trying to cut fabric, and it just wasn't a good place, because I couldn't see real well and had very limited space to cut. And I'll tell y'all, I keep my bag of fabric and projects that I need to do, I keep that in my vehicle at all times. So even if I'm sitting somewhere waiting in my vehicle, I will pull out my little cutting press. I have that in my bag. I have my fabric in my bag. I have my rulers, my rotary blades. I'll start cutting fabric. And sometimes, you know, it's just not the place isn't most conducive to good cutting. But, you know, I do get some cutting done, and I'm probably not going to put these together yet, because I do want some of those other colors mixed in with these, because there are a lot of blues in that, and there's a lot of greens and yellows in this. And I don't want to have blocks of just greens and yellows and then blocks of just blue. So what I will do, and y'all, it looks like we're almost at an hour already. Man, I can't believe it took an hour already to cut that. Well, guys, we are looking at an hour already. I cannot believe that. But I'm going to squeeze in a little bit more time right here while I'm pressing. I mean, I'm going to bring you guys along with this, because this is my first ever bed quilt that I will have ever made. My first large project, larger than a throw. Even though this pattern is a throw, I am modifying it for a quilt, because for a bed, and the bed is a full-size bed, so I mean it's not going to be, you know, much bigger than the throw. I mean, actually the throw may work on a full-size quilt, but I don't know. I want to aren't those, isn't that pretty? Look at those colors. And I'm pressing everything into the sashing. And I've never done sashing before, not in a project this large, so y'all stay with me. This could end up being, whew, it could end up being a zigzag quilt instead of a Craftsman quilt. But we're going to see. We're going to try. You know, no one's ever told me I can't do certain quilt patterns. And even though I have read, you know, intermediate, beginner, confident beginner. I don't know that I'm a confident beginner, but I like to sew and I like to create, so I like to take risks. So I'm guessing that's what it is. I'm going to go ahead and press these on out too while we are chit-chatting. Why not? I mean, it just makes it easier in the long run when it comes down. I will be giving you updates on this every Wednesday. I have a new thing coming called Whip It Wednesday, and that is where I will be working on a work in progress. And that way, if you want to see the progress of the quilt, you'll know it'll be out there possibly on a Wednesday, because that is where I will be working on any quilt that I have going on. Now, I know my finished projects back here that just need to be backed and quilted and bound. Those are going to be handled differently. I'm not going to classify them as works in progress, because the works are done. That part is done. Now I just need to finish it. So I have an idea on that. Also, I want to try to, in 2024, I have two things that I really want to gear to. Smash the Stash, which that's kind of what this is. This was in my stash. I'd had it for a little while. Didn't quite know what to do with it because I hadn't found a pattern that I thought would look good with it. And then I came across the Craftsman. It's beautiful, y'all. I love this. It is so pretty. It's according to how this one turns out to if I'm going to do the Craftsman on the Anna Green Gables. Now, I will say that I had a subscriber tell me about a pattern that would look good with that, and it's the Sunflower. I think it's called Sunflower by Fig Tree and Company. I did look at it. It is a paid-for pattern. I have not downloaded it yet because I'm bad about when I download stuff, I lose it if I don't put it in my binder immediately. And right now, I've got a stack of patterns that need to go in my binder. And so I'm not paying for a pattern yet. That may not end in my binder. I got a little thread hanging out here. Just take my little snippets there and get it off. But that's my ideas going forward. So I'm hoping to, because I really have to start limiting my time that I spend recording, because I work 40 hours a week, and my work hours are from 6 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Well, when I get home, I'm tired. And that's why I try to do all of my cooking on the weekends. That's why you may be getting a recipe on the weekend or maybe the beginning of the week, because I try to try out one new recipe every week. And I will tell y'all, I don't know if it's already come out yet or not, but I found a recipe for Instant Pot ribs, baby back ribs. Y'all, oh my goodness. I hurt myself on those things last night. I mean, they do have sugar in them, and I should not have eaten that. And it has Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue on it, but y'all, them things were delicious. I didn't eat, but I cut them into like 2 bone sections. I didn't eat but 2 of those. So, I mean, that's not really that bad, is it? Probably is. Sugar-wise, it's horrible. Sugar-wise, I shouldn't eat the first one, but they were delicious. Tender, juicy, and y'all, if you got a barbecue and you don't have time, but you got an hour, and you got some ribs, look, if I remember, I'm horrible about remembering to tag things in my videos when I do my editing, but if not, it will probably have been released in the past couple days. So go check out my past videos. I'll try to put this video after that one at least, because my end screen will show the prior video, and y'all have got to check those ribs out. They were delicious. I was stunned, because I'm like, Instant Pot. Now, you do have to put them in the oven, but you put the barbecue on them and then slide them in the oven. They were delicious. And next time I make them, I won't put as much barbecue on them. And because I like a little glazier. So if you have a barbecue that you make or like to use that. You don't have to use any specific kind, but I didn't brush it on either. I just used that thick Sweet Baby Ray, squirted it right out the bottle, and yeah, it was good though. Very good. So if y'all have an Instant Pot, you like ribs, and you like, they were delicious. All I needed was some baked beans, you know, some potato salad. Ooh, that would have been really good. But I don't need any of that either. I would have probably gone into sugar comatose if I ate that. I wouldn't be able to think straight today if I had of. But I did have them for lunch today. Again, I had me a little two bone section. I drank a lot of water with it too, just to try to wash all that sugar out. But they were delicious. They were very, very good. And I am trying to perfect my London broil recipe too, that I do in the Instant Pot. I like my London broils like a steak, kind of medium rare. And today when I cooked it, I just increased the time a little bit. I seared it on both sides, and then I increased the time just a little bit to try to make it a little more tender. It cooked that sucker like a roast. That thing was falling apart. I couldn't even cut it. It was falling apart. I just took the fork and ate it, you know, threw me some A1 on it, and because like I said, I try to cook on the weekends for my whole week. I still have some pork chops I've got to throw on my grill. I have a little Ninja grill, so I'll probably be throwing my pork chops on my Ninja grill to do that. I'll probably throw my asparagus on there too with it, but I won't record that. Those aren't new recipes. But I do like to put a little oil, which you can't put oil on it if it's going in your Ninja grill, because it'll smoke that baby up. But if you want to, you can throw them in the oven like asparagus. You can throw a little oil on that, like olive oil, avocado oil, just enough to toss it in, and so when you season it, the seasons will stick to it. And put you a little smoky paprika on there, y'all. That smokiness of that paprika, and some salt. Of course, you have to have salt. And Guys, I'm sitting here trying to get these all pressed. I know I'm running already at almost an hour and a half. Well, an hour and 15 minutes. I told myself I wasn't going to sew but an hour on this because I need to get my laundry done. I would much rather be sewing and recording for you guys than doing laundry. Laundry is not my favorite thing to do, even though I have to have clothes and they have to be cleaned. I just don't like doing laundry. Maybe I can pay my daughter to come do it. Olivia, if you're watching, will you come do my laundry? I'll pay you. It's all washed. I just need somebody to hang it and fold it. Right now, you know, they say things that hold clothes, you know, like an exercise machine, your clothes get hung over it. Well, that baby pack and play, because I had both of my grandbabies a couple weekends ago, so the pack and play was up, and I haven't put it back up yet. I haven't folded it down because it's in my bedroom. So I just throw all my clothes in there, and I throw a towel over the top of it so my kitty cats don't get up in there and lay in them. Because my kitty cats do get up in that pack and play and lay if there's something soft in there. And I have my duvet and duvet cover in there. Well, my duvet cover. I have my duvet cover in there, and I don't want well, I don't know why I don't want the cats on it, because it's going to be on my bed and the cats are going to be on my bed too. So I guess it don't matter. But my duvet cover is it's like cream marbled. It's got different tones of cream in it. And so, you know, you really won't be able to tell, you know, if a cat's been laying on it. But yeah, this here is the beginning of something for me here, because I love these colors in this line, and it's something that I never anticipated that I would. Well, I saw it and I loved it, because I'm like, you know, that looked like the 80s big flowers on the big puffy sleeve outfits, and we had big hair and big sleeves. And now, I saw this fabric and I thought it was beautiful. Now, I love the greens in it. The blues and greens. I just love the blues and greens. So, this here is going to be a Whip It Wednesday for us. And this is only part one of it. Because this is all I'm going to get done on it tonight. I got these first pieces sashed. I will try to, you know, not on camera, of course, try to figure out how much more sashing or how many more pieces of sashing I'm going to need. And maybe get that cut. That'll go in my box that goes in my vehicle with me everywhere until I figure it out. Because this sashing, like I said, was only for the throw. What I'll have to do is count these out, count what I have left out here out. In this stack, I'll have to count what I have left here. Because for every two of these with sashing, I have one that goes with these. So I'll have to pull those out and find out how many more pieces I have in here that will need sashing to go with it, just to make an extra block. I mean, even if I make extra blocks to go make it longer, I can add binding on this, not binding, I can add borders on the side to make it wider. So that's not a big deal for me. You know, I can add the borders, or if I have enough to put them on the side, I can add borders to the top and the bottom. So, guys, if you like new quilts, creating new quilts, sewing, watching sewing, I love to sew. So, you know, if you've not yet subscribed, go on and subscribe. I will have a lot of sewing content. It may be boring, but it'll be ASMR for you guys. You can get some rest, let your brain shut down, you know, relax it. Because I will play music. If I'm doing things like this, when I'm doing a repetitive, I will speed you up and just play some soft music for you guys. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a comment. Tell me what you think. I do still have quite a few fat quarter bundles, like big bundles, that I have not yet decided on patterns for those. So if you have pattern ideas, like right now I have the Love Struck. I know I still have Love Struck. I have Anna Green Gables, but I'm probably going to get that Sunflower by Fig Tree and Company. I have several large bundles. I have Timber. Timber would look good in this also, but I have quite a few. So tell me if you have a go-to pattern for a large fat quarter bundle. And when I say large, that's 18 or more to me. You know, and 18 is a normal fat quarter bundle to me, or 12 to 16 is a normal fat quarter bundle to me. But anything 18 and larger, because I have, like I said, that Love Struck, I have Anna Green Gables, I have Timber, I have Fresh Fig Favorites. I actually think I have 2 of these. So, yeah, and these are pretty big too. Trying to see if it tells me how many pieces is in this. But I plan on, you know, I was telling you what my plans for 2024 are. I'm doing Smash the Stash, Whip It Wednesday. I will be doing some 3-yard quilts. I will be doing charm quilts. And I will be doing jelly roll quilts and, what's it called? 10-inch stackers or layer cake quilts. I will be doing those because I do have some books for I have the Perfect 10, and I think I have It Takes 2 Charms book. I have those 2, and I have some Jolly Bars books. So I am going to be digging into my books and seeing what I can do. So guys, I keep talking. So just give me a thumbs up. You know, like my video. Subscribe if you've not. Leave me a comment. I do respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, have a very blessed day. Goodbye.